Black just played. Rook takes e7. Pause the video to analyze White's next move. On g6 check. King f8. Black is aiming to play. On b2. Rook d1. Rook e3. Rook b1. Rook e2. Rook h1. Rook c2. Rook b1. On h5, and seize the initiative. On f6 played by White. White is planning to play. On takes e7 check. King e8. Rook c8 mate, and gain a significant edge. Rook e8 played by Black. Black is setting up to play. Pawn takes f6, and seize the initiative. Pawn f7 was chosen by White. Rook d8 check. King c7. White is setting up to play. King takes d8. On b2. Rook e1. On h5. Rook e8 mate, and gain a significant edge. On b2 move preferred by Black. Black is preparing to play. Pawn promotes to queen at bx c1 check, and take decisive advantage. Rook e1 move preferred by White. White is preparing to play. King takes d8. Pawn promotes to rook at b1. Rook e8 mate, and take decisive advantage. Rook a8 played by Black. King d7. Rook a7 check. King c8. Rook a8 check. King b7. White wants to play. King takes a8. On h5. Rook e8 mate, and seize the initiative. Rook d8 played by Black. On f5. Rook d7 check. King c8. White is preparing to play. Rook e8 mate, and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook takes f7 move preferred by Black. Pawn takes f7. King takes f7. White has a decisive advantage. Let's go to the next game. White just played. Pawn takes f4. Pause the video to spot Black's next move. On g4 check. King f2. Rook c6. Rook a1. White wants to play. Rook h1 mate, and establish a winning position. King h2 move preferred by Black. Pawn a6. On g3 check. King f3. Rook c3 check. King e4. White considers playing. On a7. Rook c4 check. King f5. Rook c5 check. King g6. Rook c8. Pawn promotes to queen at a8. Rook takes a8. Rook takes a8, and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook c8 played by Black. Black's idea is to play. On g2. King f5. Pawn promotes to queen at g1. Rook takes g1. King takes g1. King g5. King f2, and dominate the board. King f5 move preferred by White. Rook g8. On a7. White is preparing to play. Pawn promotes to queen at a8. Rook takes a8. Rook takes a8, and dominate the board. Pawn g2 was chosen by Black. Black is planning to play. Pawn promotes to queen at g1. Rook takes g1. King takes g1. King e6. On h4, and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook a2 was chosen by White. King h1. Black is preparing to play. Pawn promotes to queen at g1. Pawn promotes to queen at a8 check. Rook takes a8, and dominate the board. Pawn promotes to queen at a8 move preferred by White. White intends to play. Queen takes g8. Pawn promotes to queen at g1. Queen d5 check. Queen g2. Queen takes g2 mate and dominate the board. Rook takes a8 move preferred by black. Rook takes a8. Pawn promotes to queen at g1. Rook a5 black is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Rook takes g5. Pause the video to find out black's response. Rook takes e7. Rook b5. Rook h7. Rook e5 check. King f4. Black might go for king takes e5 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook h5 move preferred by white. White is preparing to play rook takes h7 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook b7 was chosen by black. Rook h3. King e3. King g1. Rook b1 check. King h2. Rook b2 check. King h1. King e2. Rook h2 check. On f2. Black is preparing to play. Rook b1 check. King g2. Pawn promotes to queen at f1 check and dominate the board. King g2 was chosen by white. King e1. Black might go for pawn promotes to queen at f1 check and increase their advantage significantly. King g3 played by white. Rook b3 check. King f4. Pawn promotes to queen at f1 check. King e4. White has no response. Let's go to the next game. White played king b5. Pause the video to figure out black's next move. King f6. Black is aiming to play king takes f5 and increase their advantage significantly. King c5 played by white. King e5. On f6. White's idea is to play on f7. On d6 check. King c6. Rook f4. Rook takes e3 check. King d4. Rook e1 and gain a significant edge. King takes f6 played by black. King d6. Rook e5. King c5. King f5. Black is looking to play king e4. Rook h2. Rook takes d5 check and secure a stronghold in the game. King d6 played by white. King f4. Rook e1. Rook h5. Rook b1. On e2. Rook e1. White is setting up to play rook takes e2 and put immense pressure on the opponent. King f3 move preferred by black. Black is planning to play king f2. Rook a1. Pawn promotes to queen at e1. Rook takes e1. King takes e1 and increase their advantage significantly. King takes d7 was chosen by white. Rook takes d5 check. King c7. Rook d1. Black is planning to play rook takes e1 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook takes e2 move preferred by white. King takes e2. King b7. White is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. White just played rook a5. Pause the video to spot black's next move. Rook takes a7 check. King b6. White is preparing to play rook takes a7 check and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook takes a5 move preferred by black. King takes a5. King a7. King b5. King b7. King c4. King c6. On h4. On g5. Black is looking to play pawn takes h4 and secure a stronghold in the game. Pawn takes g5 played by white. Pawn takes g5. King c3. King c5. King d3. King d5. King c2. King d4. King c1. King e3. Black is looking to play king takes f3 and seizes the initiative. On f4 move preferred by white. White is planning to play pawn takes g5 and increase their advantage significantly. Pawn takes f4 was chosen by black. King d1 black has a decisive advantage. Let's go to the next game. White played king g5. Pause the video to spot black's next move. Rook d4. Black considers playing on a4. Rook h8. Rook d5 check and dominate the board. Pawn b3 move preferred by white. On b4. Black wants to play pawn takes a3 and seize the initiative. Rook h8 move preferred by white. Rook d5 check. King f4. White is planning to play. Pawn promotes to queen at d8. Rook takes d8. Rook takes d8 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook takes d7 played by black. Pawn takes b4. Rook d4 check. King g5. Rook d5 check. King f6. Pawn takes b4. Rook h7. King takes h2. Rook takes h4 check. King g3. Black considers playing king takes h4 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook h8 move preferred by white. King f2. Rook b8. On g3. Black is setting up to play. On g2. Rook f8. Rook d3 and seize the initiative. King e6 move preferred by white. White is aiming to play king takes d5 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook g5 was chosen by black. Rook f8 check. King e3. Black is planning to play. On g2. Rook f7. Pawn promotes to queen at g1 and seize the initiative. King f6 move preferred by white. Rook g4. Rook e8 check. King d2. King f5. On g2. King takes g4. Pawn promotes to queen at g1 check. King f5. White has no response. Let's go to the next game. Black played Rook f5. Pause the video to figure out white's next move. On b4. On h2. Rook h1. White wants to play rook takes h2 and establish a winning position. Rook h5 was chosen by black. King b3. King f6. On a6. White is setting up to play. On a7. Rook h3 check. King a4. Rook h8. On b5. King g5. On b6. Rook e8. Rook takes h2 and seize the initiative. Rook h8 was chosen by black. On b5. King e6. On a7. White is looking to play. On b6. Rook g8. Rook takes h2. King d7. Rook c2. Rook g6. Rook d2 check and gain a significant edge. King d7 move preferred by black. Rook takes h2. Rook a8. On b6. White is planning to play. On b7. Rook takes a7. Pawn promotes to queen at b8 and gain a significant edge. King c6 was chosen by black. Rook h6 check. King b7. King c4. Rook e8. Rook f6. Rook e4 check. King c5. Rook e5 check. King d6. White might go for rook takes f7 check and increase their advantage significantly. Rook a5 was chosen by black. King e7. White is setting up to play. Rook d6. On f5. Rook d8. King takes b6. Pawn promotes to queen at a8. Rook takes a8. Rook takes a8. King c5. Rook d8 and seize the initiative. Rook a1 was chosen by black. Rook d6. Rook e1 check. King f8. White's idea is to play Rook d7 check. King a8. Rook d8 check. King b7. Pawn promotes to queen at a8 check. King takes b6. Rook d7 and establish a winning position. Rook a1 played by black. Rook d8. White is planning to play Rook b8 check. King c6. Pawn promotes to queen at a8 check and increase their advantage significantly. King takes b6 played by black. Pawn promotes to queen at a8. White is looking to play queen takes a1 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook takes a8 move preferred by black. Rook takes a8. King c5. Black is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. On a3, pause the video to figure out white's next move. On c6. White wants to play on c7. Rook c2. On d6. King g4. Rook a4 check. King h5. Rook takes a3. On h2 check. King h1 and dominate the board. King f5 was chosen by black. Rook a8. Rook g2 check. King h1. White is aiming to play on c7. Rook c2. Pawn promotes to queen at c8 check. Rook takes c8. Rook takes c8 and seize the initiative. Rook c2 was chosen by black. On d6. Rook c1 check. King h2. Rook c2 check. King takes h3. Rook c3 check. King g2. Rook c2 check. King f1. Rook c1 check. King f2. Rook c2 check. King e3. Rook c3 check. King d4. White's idea is to play king takes c3 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook takes c6 was chosen by black. King d5. White is preparing to play king takes c6 and dominate the board. Rook c2 played by black. Rook takes a3. Rook d2 check. King c6. King e5. On d7. Rook c2 check. King b7. White is aiming to play pawn promotes to queen at d8 and take decisive advantage. Rook d2 was chosen by black. King c7. Rook c2 check. King d8. White is looking to play king e7. Rook c7. King e8. Rook takes d7. King takes d7. King d4. King d6 and establish a winning position. King d4 move preferred by black. Rook a5. Rook h2. King c8. Rook h8 check. Pawn promotes to queen at d8 check. Rook takes d8 check. King takes d8. King e3. Black is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. Rook h5. Pause the video to analyze white's next move. Rook e5 check. King d6. On g4. White is planning to play pawn takes h5 and seize the initiative. Rook h8 played by black. On g5. White might go for Rook e2. Rook f8. Pawn g6. Rook f6. King g5. Rook e6. Rook f2 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook h2 played by black. Rook takes f5. Rook h4 check. King g3. White is preparing to play king takes h4 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook a4 was chosen by black. Rook f7. Rook e4. King h3. King d5. Rook f6. King e5. King g3. Rook c4. Rook f7. King d5. Rook f6. Rook e4. King f3. Rook e6. Rook f5 check. King d6. King g4. Rook e3. King h5. Rook a3. King g6. King e7. King g7. King e6. Rook f6 check. King e5. On g6. Rook a2. Rook f3. King e4. Rook f1. King d3. Rook g1. King e3. Rook e1 check. King d3. Rook e6. White is setting up to play. King g8. Rook a8 check. King f7. Rook a7 check. King f6. Rook a1. On g7. Rook g1. King f7 and seize the initiative. Rook g2 move preferred by black. King h7. King c4. On g7. Rook takes g7 check. King takes g7. King d4. White is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. Black just played. On a4, pause the video to find out White's response. Rook takes f5. Rook h1. King takes c4. Rook takes h3. Rook f3. Rook h1. King b4. White considers playing king takes a4 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook a1 move preferred by black. On g4. King e6. Rook g3. King e5. On g5. White considers playing. On g6. Rook b1 check. King takes a4 and put immense pressure on the opponent. King f4 move preferred by black. Black considers playing king takes g3 and dominate the board. Rook g2 played by white. White is planning to play. On g6. King f3. On g7 and gain a significant edge. King f3 move preferred by black. Black might go for king takes g2 and take decisive advantage. Rook d2 was chosen by white. On a3. On g6. On a2. Black is looking to play. Rook b1 check. King c4. On promotes to queen at a1 and secure a stronghold in the game. King b3 was chosen by white. Rook g1. Black is preparing to play. Pawn promotes to queen at a1 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook takes a2 move preferred by white. Rook takes g6. On c4. Rook b6 check. King c3. Rook b1. King d4. King f4. Rook f2 check. King g3. Rook d2. Rook b8. On c5. Rook d8 check. King c3. White is aiming to play rook takes d8 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook h8 move preferred by black. King b4. Rook b8 check. King a5. King f4. On c6. White is setting up to play. On c7. Rook c8. Rook d7. King e5. King b6 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook b1 move preferred by black. Rook c2. Rook a1 check. King b6. Rook b1 check. King c5. Rook b8. On c7. White considers playing. Pawn promotes to queen at cx b8 check. King g4. Rook f2. King h3. Queen h2 check. King g4. Queen g1 check. King h4. Rook h2 mate and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook c8 move preferred by black. Black is aiming to play rook takes c7 check and increase their advantage significantly. King b6 was chosen by white. White is aiming to play rook e2, rook g8, rook e7, rook g6 check, king b7, rook g2, rook f7 check, king e4, rook f6 and increase their advantage significantly. King e3 played by black. King b7. White is looking to play king takes c8 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook f8 move preferred by black. Pawn promotes to queen at c8. White is aiming to play queen takes f8 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook takes c8 move preferred by black. Rook takes c8. King e4 black has no response. Let's go to the next game.